Hello and welcome to Rogue Legacy, a new game by Celadors that was released recently. It's a randomly generated Castlevania, Metroid combination with a little bit of platforming. Kind of hard for me to classify it, but it's a very grind-heavy game where we're gonna see hundreds of runs before we're finished. Read the journal real quick. Journal entry number 1. Treason. An assassin has wounded my father, the king. To bring order back to the kingdom, he has set my siblings and I on a quest to save him. Together, we will venture into the cursed woods. Enter the castle Hamson. This cursed castle has stood on the edge of the wood ever since time immemorial. Dyslexia. You guys know I'm bad at reading. But rumors say that within it dwells an item which will cure any ailment. Tonight I will get a head start over my brothers and sisters and set forth on my quest while they lay asleep. To fail this quest would be an embarrassment to my name. We'll find a couple journals throughout the game. I think there's 25 total, but it's random when we come across them. Now, as you can see, it's pretty much a Castlevania style game. But again, the levels are randomly generated, and it's kind of like Binding of Isaac. We're gonna have multiple runs before we complete the game. Trying to pick my words carefully here, because unlike the Binding of Isaac, we're actually gonna purchase upgrades and stuff between runs that is going to carry over with us. We're not going to just simply unlock new items to randomly find, like in Binding of Isaac. However, it is a game of great fun, and I do recommend it to anyone who likes a challenge. It's a very hard game. It's very fun to play. The controls are real solid on it, though if you can use a D-pad, I would recommend using a D-pad because the joystick could be a little sensitive and you could drop down platforms you don't want to otherwise. Now the ultimate goal in the game is pretty much just like Castlevania in the fact that you're gonna try to find the guardians in the place and you're gonna kill them. But our immediate goal is to get gold, which we can purchase upgrades to make our future plays stronger. Now the way this game works, well, another journal, hang on. Although I am the eldest child, I am not my father's favorite. I have always known he planned to leave me with nothing, but if I find the cure, everything will change. The victor will earn nothing less than the throne upon his passing. Upon my ascension, my wife and my children shall move back into the royal quarters, back to the royal city, where we once again will be treated with the respect we deserve. No longer will we stand for the gossip and petty slander of my cousins. The other duke shall bow as we pass. I am getting ahead of myself. I must keep my priorities clear. Conquer the castle. Find the cure, collect my reward. Which is basically what we're doing right now. Trying to conquer the castle, and well, that's pretty much all we know. We're trying to conquer the castle. Whatever reason we're here, who knows. We're a knight, it's kind of our duty to destroy monsters. Now, I have actually played through the game and beaten it once, which took me, I think when I stopped playing I had 10 solid hours put into it. So yeah, expect a lot of videos in the future. And because it's going to have so many videos, that's pretty much going to be the same thing. Sprint rune for my helm. We'll figure out what those are later. Also, these are fairy chests, as you can see in the upper right corner. It gives you an objective to meet, and once you meet that objective, you can open it. If you fail the objective, then you can't open it that run, and you're going to have to try again later if you decide to keep your castle. Otherwise, it's gone forever. Now, of course, you can always find more fairy chests. They always give you a room, so you can always have a chance of getting a room that you would have gotten. And it might even be in a similar room, but that particular... Oh god, that's way out of my league right now. I'm going to show you something cool. If you pause the game, you can see stats. Like, for example, I'm a class knight. 25 strength, 25 magic, 0 armor. That's a level 27 visionary with 30 strength and 140 health, and you can see his attacks are very annoying. This is, it's not like a mini boss or anything, but it's definitely a stronger, ow, well, one more hit and I'm dead. Hope this chest becomes worth it. He also drops greater rewards upon dying as compared to his weaker versions, and that was worth it. We got our threshold of 1,000 gold, which is what I was aiming for. 1,000 gold isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things, but for a first run, it's good enough to be satisfied with. Now I gotta try not to die and collect more gold, which I'm probably gonna die right here. Nope, I lived. Alright, and every now and then you'll get stronger creatures in the weaker areas, but for the most part, the castle area, which we're in now, is going to be our easy zone. There are multiple different areas in the game. You have the forest to the east, which is pretty much zone 2. You got the tower to the north, which is zone 3. The dungeon to the south, which is zone 4. And then you have a final boss after all of that. But we'll discover more as we go. And just to give you an example, here's you can see level 38 creatures. They have high strength and high health, far out of our league right now. That's an example of the tower. And this room is pretty much the way leading to the tower. This is a teleporter, which I'm going to actually use to go back to the beginning. Don't use those too much throughout the game because it's rare that you're alive long enough to get good use out of them, and most of the times, especially with me, I will not be locking down the castle later to prevent it from randomly generating a new level, because we get less gold per run that way. Now, okay, let's get off the spikes. I failed. One more good hit, well, pretty much one more hit and I'm dead, and this run will end. Now, with this game, since it's going to be so many videos, I'm actually going to do more of a casual commentary. So, after the first initial videos where I'm explaining stuff, I'll be a lot more quiet. And this is just going to be something I'm going to play off to the side of my other Let's Plays. And it's not really going to have a dedicated spot. Unless I get more views on this one than other ones, then I'll be sure to upload videos with increased regularity. But, oh, I didn't do it in time. So this is what the death looks like. You can see his little soul fading away, and there's the portrait of him to be remembered forever in our hall. All those creature pictures lined up are what I've killed this run. Sir Lee has been slain by a corrupt knight. And his parting words are, class abilities are very powerful if used correctly. Which we pretty much had none because he's the default knight. And it takes you back to the starting screen, except instead of start your legacy, choose your heir is now the option if we hit A. If you hit X, it shows you your previous hero, 100% base stats, no equipment, no enchantments. And that's all the stats that you saw. And of course, since he's dead, you see his little rest in peace sign with the frowning face underneath it. I didn't get a chance to show off his spell, but you'll see all of those later. Now, the thing that's interesting about this game is you choose your heir, which these are the 3 children of Sir Lee. You get to pick who you want to be in the next one you go in. And these, of course, are randomly They are randomly generated as well. Words fail me. Let's see, so we have Sir Wizarl, the mage. Mage is a powerful spellcaster. Every kill gives you mana. Then you have what are called traits. He has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. He's so energetic that he moves faster. That one's self-explanatory. You have increased movement speed. Then you have stereo blind. You can't see in 3D. That every trait shows up in the game one way or another. It's up to you to pretty much spot them. I'll explain them as they appear. Lady Sonya, the Barbarian. The class of Barbarian is a walking tank. This hero can take a beating, meaning that she has more health than the other ones by default. Dementia, you are insane. Oh, isn't that interesting? Also, the different spells. You see, he has a scythe that he throws. She throws daggers like our previous guy, which I didn't get a chance to show off. And this guy also has a scythe, or she also has a scythe. She's also slightly bigger, if you notice, and that's because of the trait. Why did my game shrink? Hang on. Alright, sorry about that. I had a pop-up which shrunk the game down. It's because of the trait Endomorph. She's so heavy, enemies can't knock her back. And why do I only see Jonas? Well, this is weird. Anyway, we're gonna be Lady Blair, the knight. She's also ambivalent. She's got 2 left hands and can't cast spells properly. And I pretty much butchered this. Smithy unlocked. I'll explain what they do when we actually see them. This is our manor. That each upgrade that we purchase increases the manor and unlocks more upgrades. Get used to me spending time on this screen, because after every run we have upgrades to do, and after I pick them real quick, I'll go back and show you what those upgrades were and what they do. Unfortunately, I kind of want to hurry up because you're here to see gameplay, not me pressing a couple buttons. Alright, I might be able to increase my maximum mana real quick. Nope. Alright, so basically, this is what the gold's used for, is to purchase permanent upgrades here, as well as from the NPCs that I've just unlocked, and I'll show you in a bit. Our choices right now is pretty much maximum health increase, maximum mana increase. We've unlocked the Smithy, the Enchantress, and the Architect. We've upgraded our Knight class and our Mage class, giving them each different abilities. The Knight turned into a Paladin. When I hold Y, they put up their shield, and they'll take mana damage instead of health damage when they're hit by an ability. So it turns them into stronger tanks, but of course you can't block indefinitely. The upgraded Mage, if I hit Y, I could change which spell they have. So instead of being forced with the one spell that you're randomly given when your air is generated, you can actually switch through. I think there's 5 total. I'll check the next time I'm a Mage. Then I've unlocked the Miner class. What that class does is you have weaker stats, but you have more gold gain. You get 30% more gold. So instead of getting 10 per coin, I'm getting 13. The upgrades to look for in the future are the upgrade to the miner, which is Spelunker. I can press Y to make a little light appear off of my head, which does virtually nothing. But if I look at the map, I can see where every chest, fairy chest, and bonus room is in the game. The upgrade for Knave will turn him into an assassin. I can hit Y to turn into Mist form, which constantly drains mana, but I'm not able to be hit in that form. Attacking will remove me from it. Magic damage up, self-explanatory. Gold gain up is expensive, but it'll give me more gold per upgrade. Attack up, self-explanatory. Then upgrade to Barbarian, which makes a Barbarian King. And no, I'll save that for later. I'll let you figure it out, because it's a reference that I'll like for you guys to find out on your own. Little training dummy here lets you see how... Oh yeah, that's right. She has 2 left hands, so her little thing is spells come out from behind her instead of in front of her. That's what the 2 left-handed trait does, as well as the question marks. So we got this little training dummy here that you can test your damage on. Alright, so, and you can see in the upper left corner we're level 8 now. That's because I purchased 8 permanent upgrades to our manor. That's pretty much how you keep track. So this is the smithy that we've unlocked. Welcome, hero. Maybe you can help me. I used to be the greatest blacksmith in all the lands, but one day the monsters of this castle attacked my smithy and stole all my blueprints. Without those blueprints, I can only make cutlery and stuff. Please bring back any blueprints you find, and I can build the most amazing equipment ever. Ever. At a price, of course. And then these are permanent unlocks that you get to equip later. One upgrade I forgot to show you was actually our weight increase. If you see health, mana, damage, magic, armor, weight. Right now we can hold 60 pounds worth of gear. This sword would put 15 weight on us, 10 weight from that. And you'll find out as we go along that the weight of the items get increasingly heavy, and we're going to have to put more and more points into that to equip better gear to help us in the future. That's what makes this a grind heavy game, is the stats and the equipment in order to better prepare you for future runs. This is the Enchantress. Hello, hero. Could I borrow your ear for a moment? I'm in need of your help. I used to be a very powerful enchantress, but one day the monsters of this castle invaded my dreams and stole my knowledge. They encased that knowledge in runes, and without those runes, I suck at my job. Which is a problem for all of us. Please, hero, if you find any runes, bring them back to me, and then I'll sell it back to you at a profit. Which, I love how she just blatantly comes out with it. But, gotta do something with it. Now the one, I did pick up a rune, right? Either these ones are just here. These are the runes. You get one rune for every piece of gear. You don't have to have any gear equipped to have the rune activated, since you have your default equipment that has no stats. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11 rune types, and it's the same for every piece. So pretty much what we have available to unlock right now is the vault room. Gives you an additional jump, and the sprint room, which allows you to dash, kind of like Mega Man, except you can't dash and jump to keep the speed going. Right now, to unlock any of the runes is 175 gold, but that price increases as you unlock more runes. And again, it's where the grind comes in. This is the architect. Greetings, boy. Even though it's a girl, see a little pink bow on her head? Yeah. Wanna know a cool fact? I'm crazy. This lever here, with a simple pull, I could prevent the castle from changing. This way, you can go through exactly what your ancestors went through. Impressed? You should be. How did I build this fantastic contraption? With science, of course, and magic. Mostly magic. But my skills aren't free. If I lock this castle, I will take 70% of all the gold you earn. Okay, that's a bit of a typo. He says he'll take 70%, but as you can read here, do you want to lock the castle and get only 70%? He takes 30%. We get 70%. So that was a bit of a typo on their part. But of course, we don't want that. We want all the gold we can get. And this guy is Charon, who's basically he's deaf. One must pay the toll. And I have to give him all of my money in order to enter the castle, which is why you want to purchase all your upgrades before you enter the castle. You can't save your money. This makes the game much harder, because if you have a bad run, well, your next run's not going to be much better in terms of upgrades and equipment. And here we keep track of all the journals that we came across. Once I unlock a great deal of them, preferably all of them later, I will go through and read them in its own separate video as I explain the story. But that will be many, many videos from now. For now, let's just continue on our merry way, trying to collect gold and making progress. Sorry if this video is a bit boring, it's pretty much an introduction. From here on out, it's going to be all just casual commentary and gameplay. I'll kind of give you an idea as I go through the upgrades, why I'm getting what I am. But again, I've already played this through to the end once, and I pretty much have a preferred style. And we found our first blueprint, the Squire chest plate. We get to see this potential stats of that later, once we talk to the blacksmith. Let's see what else. What was I talking about? I'm sorry, I lose focus really easily on this game just because I'm trying so hard not to take any damage since I can't heal. Okay. Well, I mean, I can heal, but the chances of me finding a lot of chicken legs to heal myself with are slim to none. And it's a hard game. Luckily, I have my little Xbox controller that makes it a lot easier than using the keyboard. Oh, and you gotta be careful of stuff like this. If you see this little dark spot, this is because there's a hidden path here. You could drop down here. And you see the little sparkles over here? That's a hidden fairy chest. Which gives us, ooh, a siphon rune. You'll figure out what those do later when you talk to Enchantress. Me, I know what they do. A siphon rune gives you 2 mana for every creature you kill. Oh. This is our first bonus room. Real quick to give you an idea. This is our map screen. If you look at the bottom right, there's the legend telling you what all the icons mean. The question mark and the little violet circle is a bonus room. Sometimes there's goodies there, sometimes there's nothing there. In this case, it's a 50-50 chance. Either this will be a little mini boss type guy, or it'll be just a picture. In this case, it's just a picture, so nothing in here. Aw, hit this. So yeah, from here on out, it's pretty much just gameplay. If I have something to say, I'll speak up. Otherwise, don't expect a whole lot out of me. This is going to be my casual run. That unless it gets popular, it's just going to be a little side thing that I do. Pretty much I'm trying to get more videos out and get more exposure at the moment since I'm still a relatively new Let's Play with a very little following at the moment. I'm just hoping to entertain you guys with my skills or lack thereof. No way. And I want to have a series that I can always just come back to later. Because right now I'm doing Knights of Pen and Paper and I'm doing Need for Speed Most Wanted. Yeah, look, and I died. Look forward to that in the future. Lady Blair has been slain by a Flamelock. Some classes have advantages over certain bosses. Yeah, I'll say. Oh, let's choose our next error. And depending on the length of this run, it might be the last for this video. Starting with next video, we'll be hitting this game hard. Expect longer videos too, because I don't feel like having 1,000 10-minute long videos. I'd rather have a couple hundred, 20-minute long videos. Paladin, Barbarian, Knave. I'll go with the Barbarian. They have the most health. Endomorph. He's so heavy that enemies can't knock him back. Oh, that's good. It also has the Blade Wall spell. Upgrade the Knave real quick because I'm trying to get to my favorite class. Turn him into an assassin. Gets the Mist form. Potion up. Can't afford yet. Minor. Spelunky can't afford. Magic damage up. Let's go with... Let's see if I can't buy. I could buy a sword. yeah, the enchantress doesn't have anything I want. So do I want the sword or do I want armor? I want damage. I can avoid stuff pretty good. And that's pretty much all we can afford for now, so let's move on. Of course, we got teleporters here that pretty much outside of every boss room is a teleporter. And between the official transitions between the different zones is a teleporter. I say official transition because there's supposed to be a room with 2 statues. One gives you a chicken leg to increase health, one gives you a potion to increase your mana. Oh god, I missed. Ah! Yeah, you can see our objective here is to take no damage, which of course is easier said than done, but luckily I haven't failed it yet. If I fail, I can pretty much kiss this chest goodbye this run, because it won't ever open up for me again. But I made it, so yay! A vampire room, these are what I want. Every kill gives me health. I pretty much stack these on most of my runs, because I can last a lot longer with the additional health. And as you saw, hidden passage over, well, a one-way hidden passage over here. You get back down easily. Alright, real quick, that's the blade shield. If enemies hit it, they take damage, and they get knocked back a little bit. And that's what that spell does. These pistols let you change your spell. Now I have dagger, and I can't switch back to the old spell. It's a permanent change for this run since I'm not an archmage. And this spell, I just throw daggers straight ahead. They deal damage and knockback. That's it. And there's another fairy chest. This objective is to take no damage. Oh, which I failed. Oh well. Let's see. Is there anything else of importance I haven't said? I don't believe so. So pretty much, yeah, from here on out, it's just going to be passive commentary. I'll explain anything that I think is interesting later. Ow. Otherwise, sit back and enjoy. Well, actually, I take that back. I will give an update real quick. I have broken my headset due to unfavorable circumstances and accidents. But I have ordered a replacement one, which should be arriving very soon. When that arrives, I will continue my other Let's Plays, and the audio quality will be much better. Because right now, I literally am using my webcam microphone, which I have wrapped around my neck and hanging in front of me, so you don't hear my speakers echoing. And this is a boss room, by the way. There's always 2 chests at the bottom. Healing statue, mana statue. Healing's always on the left, mana's always on the right. Boss is too strong for us. We'll come back. And this is the forest. A stronger area, which, well, I might as well hit up. Stronger areas equal more gold. More gold equals more goodies. Nope. I don't want to die just yet. I tried. I failed. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, headset and Let's Plays. So yeah, I kinda got a homebrew fix, but hopefully it's working just fine and I won't have to re-record all this for the 20th time. Yeah, I do so many takes at the beginning of my Let's Plays just because I want to sound better. I'm a perfectionist. I'm never satisfied with how I sound. And this is official transition in between rooms, zones. This is what you're supposed to come across before going to the new zone. But as you see, there are unofficial transitions where you just sort of appear in the next zone without warning. Again, that zone's too strong for me this time. I just want to collect my gold, so I'm going this way. No. Now there is an option I have enabled that's disabled by default, and it's the, what's it called? It's called quick drop. I hit down to swing down or to drop through platforms. Normally you have to hold down and hit the attack button to do that little downward strike, and you have to hold down and hit the jump button to fall through platforms. That takes too long. When the game gets really hectic, you want to be able to move freely. But of course, using the joystick to move like I do means that I'll drop down or swing down on accident on numerous occasions, just because I'm not holding perfectly to the left. Pogo stick. Yeah, the downward strike unfortunately does such little damage that it's not an effective attack method. But against certain enemies, it's very beneficial to use, as opposed to just tanking them head on. Oh, and I'm about to die. Hard to talk and play at the same time. Alright, well that will conclude this episode. I'll show you what hair we're going to use and what upgrades I'll get to look forward to in the next video. Let's see, Archmage. Gigantism means they're freaking huge. And Hypergonadism is perma-roided. Attacks knock enemies further. You can literally send them flying. Well, I'll pick the Archmage this time, just to show you different spells real quick. Alright, so we saw this. As you see, it does damage. Stack them real quick. If an enemy stays inside it, they'll continuously take damage. Otherwise, they'll knock them back, and it's pretty much a shield. This is a fire barrier. It does a lot of damage. Constantly drains our mana, but of course we got infinite here to test stuff out with. This is a great spell if you have a bunch of Siphon or one of the later classes. This is one of my favorite spells. This one, those things bounce all over the place. And if you have the mana to constantly do it a couple times, and you have the luck, you could clear rooms with this spell. And those those three spells are all that I have for the Archmage right now. I don't know if I get more later. I'm pretty sure I should have Dagger, but I'm pretty sure those are the only three the Archmage can use. And the switch between them is the special. Nope, don't want to talk to you. I want to get my favorite rune, which is this vampire rune. Kill enemies to regain health. Now the vampire rune gives you 2 per kill. You can stack up to 5 of them to give you 10 back per kill. But of course you won't get certain things like the ability to dash. Which, to show you that real quick, this is the dash. I cannot interrupt the dash. I can't move and I can't jump while dashing, but I can jump then dash, and that's why I liken it to Mega Man, because it reminds me of his jump dash. So I should be able to get one more upgrade. Hang on, attack upgrade. There we go. +2 to strength. Strength is basically your damage. Whatever your strength is however much damage you're going to do with your auto attack. Or auto attack. This isn't an MMO. With your basic attack, your sword swing. This will conclude part 1 as I've ran out of gold. And I hope to see you in future episodes. Until then, take care.